late 2014 when I was completing my master's project at Humboldt State University for the social work department. I had attended a couple of board leadership roundtables which were facilitated by Byrd, and was inspired to reach out to her to be my community partner for my project. To this day, I think that was probably one of the best decisions that I've made. Byrd is a wonderful, knowledgeable, and incredibly caring woman. I would say that some of the very best memories I have of my master's program are sitting at Byrd's kitchen table, drinking tea and eating snacks with her while she spent tireless hours with me helping me create a beautiful masterpiece for our nonprofit community. And I will be forever thankful for Byrd for that. Byrd is prompt, she runs a tight schedule, she's knowledgeable, she's fun, she has engaging activities, and most of all, she is caring and loving with everyone that she works with, nonprofits and individuals.
So the one word I would use to describe Byrd is authentic. It's hard to describe the many roles that Byrd has played at Humboldt Area Foundation. She's a donor, she is an advisor, she's a trainer. I think she has touched more organizations in this county than anyone possibly could realize. I think the thing about Byrd is that she doesn't take credit for all the work that she does. She just does the work. Byrd has never sought the limelight or attention. She just wants to get things done. I couldn't possibly name all the organizations that Byrd has touched in this community. The work that Byrd has done with us in the Freeman Fund to help spay and neuter animals has been very far-reaching and very effective in this.
Nonprofit, all-volunteer groups like the Human Rights Commission depend on their members for every aspect of their service. Byrd Lochtie has impacted our group in too many ways to list. Always organized and always focused, often when many of us were not, she has set a standard for us to follow. She represents the Commission with dignity and credibility, earning the respect of the community every step of the way. On a personal level, Byrd has been immensely supportive to me. As our Commission's chair, there were often times when I was inclined to retreat, but she always encouraged me to move forward. This is the heart of what mentoring is supposed to be.
I'll never forget when I was growing up, her husband was our veterinarian. And through the years, I went to school with her kids, and I'd see her at community events. So I just knew her as a wonderful member of the community. It wasn't until I became involved in public office, when I know the Byrd that I do today. I'll never forget my first League of Women Voters debate. I was scared to death, and having her there that night gave me a sense that I could do the debate and I was not going to faint on stage. And from there I knew that she's very involved in making sure that the community is armed with knowledge to make the best decisions possible.
My mother has a lot of talents. And the one that comes to mind as a sort of like well fleshed out thing is organization. She's an organizational genius. She kind of comes by it honestly because her father was a scientist.
I've known Byrd Lochtie for over 13 years. I first met Byrd in the early days of setting up the Sequoia Zoo Park Foundation. Over the years, she has helped the foundation grow to what it is today. Her depth of knowledge is inspiring. The name Byrd Lochtie means nonprofits. They are synonymous. Byrd is a community asset who has helped hundreds of local nonprofits. Byrd, if and when you do retire completely, you will be missed.
Byrd Lochtie is a very strong, independent, no-nonsense woman. She's a wonderful role model and teacher, and I want to be a Byrd Lochtie when I grow up. I have worked alongside Byrd for many years with the Humboldt County Children's Author Festival, and her devotion and love of the children in Humboldt County is awesome. I also have had the opportunity to work with Byrd on a board training session. What an experience working with such a pro.
One of Byrd Lochtie's most important contributions to our community is her leadership of the local League of Women Voters. She has served as president of the League and has continued to serve on its board for many years. Byrd was responsible for getting me much more involved in the league, and I am very grateful for that opportunity. And she has helped me a great deal in my position. In addition to calling her a leader, she is caring for her community and her friends. She clearly deserves this award. Thanks for all you have done for us, Byrd, and you will continue to do.
Byrd, old friend. Whenever I see you, I just start smiling from ear to ear when I think about the things you've done for individual organizations like the League of Women Voters, with the effort to diversify, the Girl Scouts buying the building, the Authors Fair, getting that going so it's every other year. All these things that wouldn't happen without you are amazing. But I also laugh because when other people would go an extra foot or an extra yard, you'll go the extra 10,000 miles. It's what it takes to get it done. It's like there's no shortcuts. There's nothing short of getting it done. And you're serious and committed and lovely, and I'm so pleased that you got this award. Love you, Byrd.
She assisted me with a school-wide mock election several times. She was a book club adult leader several times. She was a History Day interviewer many, many times. I'm also involved with the Humboldt County History Day, and Byrd has been a judge for that huge event repeatedly. However, you must know that there is a certain twisted method to Byrd's volunteering madness. Because she never says no when I ask her to help with a community project, it's truly impossible to say no to her when she asks for assistance on one of her many projects. How can I say no? In fact, ask around the community to see if there is anyone who can say no to Byrd Lochtie, and you probably won't find a single person.